Who has been Real Madrid's top 5 players of 2024? If you asked me that question beginning of the year and my answer was based from August to December, then my answer would have been completely different. But now, ever since Jan, Feb and March, there's been different performance. Other players have stepped up, whereas other players have regressed in terms of their performances. And well, let's discuss it. And by the way, I'm back. As you guys can see, the setting is now the old usual setting. I'm back home. I've been in Doha for the past 6 weeks. Amazing. Lovely, lovely time. But now I'm back to do consistent videos for you guys, to do a lot of videos, watch-alongs. I'm bringing that back as well. But before I go any further with the video itself, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 20,000 ASAP. That's not even the goal, but I'm trying to get to 20,000 ASAP. So do it now. Subscribe now. Like the video as well. Anyway, listen, let's chat about it. Top 5 of Real Madrid of so far 2024. And let's make it very clear, because I know how social media is. I know how people how they interpret different things. I know how they understand different things. Yeah, I'm not saying they are the best performances since the beginning of the season. I'm not saying they are the better player. I'm just saying performance. The best players so far in terms of performances, what we've seen from them from January, February, and March from 2024. And number 5, let's start with number 5. Let's take it in order. Number 5 is Brahim Diaz. Yes. Brahim Diaz, every single time he started, every single time he's managed to get a chance, he stepped up, he's given it, he showcased it. He did it in the Super Cup. He did it in the Champions League against Leipzig. He did it in the La Liga against Atleti, where we drew that game. He did it in the Cup. The game against Seville, yes, he didn't score, but he still performed and had a very good game. Every time he gets a starting minutes, and every single time he's in that first 11, he showcases it. He impresses. He takes his chance and runs with it. And in my opinion, at the moment, over the past 3 months, our forward line, I don't know, man. Beside one person who I'll be talking about very shortly, the other person, number 11, Rodrigo, hasn't really showcased over the past couple months. He had that great November. The start of the season, he wasn't good. Again, because he was getting used to that formation. He was getting used to that system. November, he had a very great month because Vinicius Jr. was out. Ever since Vinny came out. December as well, he had a good month. Early January, the Copa game against Atleti and Barcelona. But after that, his performances has been very, very poor. We haven't seen none of him. We haven't seen him take the game on himself, ask the ball and make something from it. We haven't seen none of it. That's why, in my opinion, if Rodrigo continues that form, and if we don't see anything from him, I feel like Brahim Diaz should be given at least a starting 11. I'm not saying, let's say we face Man City, quarterfinal, semi-final, who should be starting? My answer is Rodrigo, because he's already showcased it over the past couple months. But at the moment, I can't lie. Sorry, over the past couple of years, what he's done to us. But over the past couple of months, I can't lie. Let's give Brahim Diaz some starting minutes and let's give him what he deserves, because in my opinion, so far 2024, he's been one of our better performers whenever he's managed to get a start. Every time he comes off the bench, he shows glimpses of it, but when he starts, he's done it, bro. Every single game, whether that's clutch goals, clutch moves, clutch passage of plays, even defensively covering on the right-hand side for Dani Carvajal and Fede, he's been everywhere so far this year. So 5th place goes to Brahim Diaz. Number 4 goes to a Mr. Jude Bellingham. If you are, like I said, if this was based from December and August, Jude would be first. Jude this year, listen, and this is what I want to talk about Jude about. Plus, he's been injured for about 3 to 4 weeks anyway, and that's been a couple games that he's missed out. And of course, now he got suspended against Valencia, which I don't even want to talk about, because if I say what I want to say, then this channel will be cancelled. And I'm sure you guys don't want that. I don't want that either. Listen, in my opinion, Jude Bellingham, over the past couple months, his performances, in my opinion, is much more complete than what it was beginning of the season. Beginning of the season, he gave us the goals. Beginning of the season, he gave us the clutch moments. Beginning of the season, he was there in the final third. But in my opinion, that's what it's kind of funny, and this is how you determine if someone understands football. Because ever since Jan till now, in my opinion, Jude Bellingham has been exceptional. And him being fourth is not a knock, it's not a criticism, it's not a slander to him. It just means the other three players above him, in my opinion, has been a bit more importance in them and a bit more higher impact in terms of what they've done so far, and especially this year. But Jude Bellingham, over the past 3 months, the goals and the GAs, what a lot of people only take into account, it hasn't been that high. It hasn't been that high. Yes, he scored a couple goals to go the game against Girona. He scored a couple goals there and there. But it hasn't been like the early this season where it was every single game. Every single last minute, Jude Bellingham would be there. That's the reason why he's the top scorer of La Liga. That's the reason why he was leading, when it was the group stage, he was leading the top score of the Champions League. That was the reason why he was saving us so many times. For the past 2 months, I would say, his impact has been off the GAs. It's been on the pitch in terms of defensively, in terms of taking the ball, carrying the ball, and taking it to the final third. He's been everywhere over the past 3 months. That's why I want to give him a massive shout out, and I want to give him his flowers, because a lot of people, when they look at Jude Bellingham, they think of GAs. They think he's only GAs. He's only in the final box. He's only a poacher. But come on, man. Come on. Watch the game and you would know he's everywhere on the pitch. Everywhere, whether that is literally clearing a header, whether that's intercepting a pass literally in our box, whether that is carrying the ball into the final third, whether it's linking up with Vinicius on the left hand side, linking up with Carvajal on the right hand side, being in the box, fighting for the second balls. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. And over the past 2 months, we've seen the completeness of Jude. And this is what I want to see. This is what I want to maintain. I don't care if Jude doesn't score. For me, GAs means absolute nothing to me. I don't cry over GAs. I cry over wins. What I care about is dubs. And so far, Jude Bellingham has given us dubs and he's given us GAs. But over the past 2 months, I can't lie, the performances is there. And if you feel like he hasn't been good because he hasn't scored or assisted, then you don't watch the games. Watch the games. Don't watch the highlights. Don't base it on sofa score, foot mob, or whatever it is. Watch the games. Watch the full 90 minutes, and you will see the impact of Jude Bellingham throughout that 90 minutes. And that's why fourth place goes to Jude Bellingham. Number three. It's between two people, because for me, number one is undisputed. Number three is between two people, but the only reason why I'm going to give it to this person is because the other person had to do it in a completely different role. So for that reason, number three goes to Lunin. Lunin so far, ever since he got the starting minutes after Kepa got injured, he's taken it with his hands. He's run with it, and Kepa is not following him. Kepa's not able to follow him, to grab him and take that starting 11. Because at the moment, he's showcased it. Every single game, Lunin is there to save us. There's only been 2 games, I would say. The game against Atleti in the cup where we lost 4-2. I feel like a couple of the goals he should have done better, especially the second goal and the first goal. He should have done completely better, much better. The game against Valencia, I feel like he could have done a little bit better with the first goal. But outside of that, taking that little couple moments away, he's been saving us pretty much throughout this year. And in my opinion, we haven't been great this year. In terms of 2024, I feel like I can only think of 1 or 2 games that would have been amazing. The game against Girona would have been exceptional, and maybe you can say Seville, even though the scoreline didn't really reflect it. You can say Valencia, you can say Barcelona 4-0, but to be fair, the Barcelona game, it was just Barcelona just giving us a W in terms of the playing the high line against Vinicius and Rodrigo, which made no sense. But so far, in my opinion, 2024, we haven't been the greatest. We haven't been the best in terms of performance. We've been very sloppy, but we've managed to get the wins, which is the most important thing. But Lunin, in every single game, he's been saving us. The game against Leipzig, for instance, you know what, let's talk about that a little bit. Other games, the game against Seville, saving us. The game against Seville, we should have been 1-0 down if it wasn't for Lunin. The game against Atleti, when it was 1-1, we should have conceded but way before Llorente scored if it wasn't for Lunin. The game against Barcelona, we won 4-0. Barcelona had a couple of chances when it was 2-3-0, but again, Lunin saved us. Every game, bro, Las Palmas away, every single game, Lunin is there. Lunin is there with a crucial save, with an underrated save that no one talks about because it happened in the 56th minute. It happened when we were 3-0 down. It happened, 3-0 up or 2-1 up. He's always been clutch. But the game against Leipzig, in my opinion, reminded us about the same way what Thibaut did against Liverpool in the Champions League final. It was an absolute man of the match performance. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 performance. He didn't do anything wrong that game. Save after save. Whether it was against Travis Simmons, whether against Openda, whether against it was against the other guy, the other brother's name, Sesko. He did it every single time. First half, second half, high ball, low ball in terms of on the corner. He did everything. He did everything that game. But I want to address one quick thing before I go to number 2. I've seen a lot of people say when Thibaut comes back, Lunin should be starting. Calm down, all right. Let's not get a bit too carried away. Let's not have recency bias kill us. Let's just calmer for a second. Thibaut's still the main man. Let's not disrespect Thibaut. Thibaut's still the main man. When Lunin, when he comes back, Lunin, fair play to you. Well done what you've done, but brother, Thibaut's still the main dog here. He's still the main man here, fam. Let's not disrespect Thibaut, and let's not say, oh, when Thibaut comes back, Lunin should still be starting. Easy, Tiger. Easy, yeah? Calmer. Number 2 goes to Tchouaméni. Absolutely goes to Tchouaméni. And in my opinion, Nacho's been down, Rudiger's been down, Alaba's been down, Militao's been down. He's been our centre-back. But not only has he been our centre-back, he's been amazing. He's been absolute amazing at that position. He's made it his own. I know he doesn't want it. I know he hates playing as a centre-back. He's come out and said, I don't want to do it when everyone comes back healthy. I know. But he's so good. His reading of the game and his reading when there is pressure coming is so low-key underrated, bro. It's so elite. He's world-class at it. He's such a world-class defensive player. Defensively, his understanding and his awareness where pressure is so good, bro. When he anticipates a pass being made already, so he's already there in terms of to block it, to intercept it. The game against Leipzig, the amount of clutch defensive plays he made, every game he's been elite. And the reason why I say that, when Rudiger went down, it was him and Nacho. Nacho, the captain. Nacho was our only healthy centre back, but it felt like Tchouaméni was our centre back and Nacho was the defensive midfielder. That's how good Tchouaméni was, and that's how bad Nacho was. But Tchouaméni so far, man, like not just this year, but so far this season, for me, he's been top 2. You can make an argument for whether he's first or second. For me, he's been the best defensive midfielder. For me, he's been the best 6 in the world. And as a centre back, he's been one of the best centre backs in the world this season. Over the past couple of months, when he's played as a centre back, he's so good. Ball playing, intercepting, awareness in terms of reading pressure, his movement, his ability to physically as well. He's got everything what a centre back needs. Maybe he's a bit too composed with the ball. Maybe too much. Maybe he should release the ball a bit sooner. Other than that, what a display over the past 3 months. And last but not least, undisputed in my opinion, he's been the best player for us in 2024, which is not a surprise because he is our best player in general. He's been for me, one of the best players in the world so far in 2024, and that goes to Vinicius Jr. The comeback that he's made ever since he came back from an injury, what he's done, and he's doing it in a position that is not his. He's doing it where he's adapting a lot because he's playing a striker formation with Rodrigo where they're not used to it. He's playing having someone behind him in Jude where Jude is going to be around him in terms of fighting for the second ball or maybe creating that space and the gap. He's doing all of that and still performing at the high level that we know Vinicius Jr. of. And every now and then, as we know, Vinicius, he drifts on the left-hand side. But that's been so many games. That's been so many games this season where he's been the best player in the world. Girona gave us an absolute 10 out of 10 performance. The game against Valencia, 10 out of 10. The game against Barcelona, 10 out of 10. I prefer as crazy as this sound, the game against Girona, for me, you can make a very good argument that it could have been Vinicius Junior's best ever game in a Real Madrid shirt. You can think of the game against Liverpool where we won 5-2 at Anfield, and for me, Vinicius Junior, that was his best game in a Real Madrid shirt. The game against Shakhtar Donetsk a couple of years ago, where the young Vinicius Junior. The game against Barcelona Nou Camp away from her, where Vinicius Junior got that goal and assisted Benzema. Vinicius Junior has had so many man of the match performances over the past his young career, ever since he's made the development which no one expected. But this, over the past 3 months, we're seeing a complete Vinicius Junior. We're seeing no weaknesses in Vinicius Junior's game. My only criticism towards Vinicius Junior is not even on the pitch, it's just off the pitch. It's him having to control himself and not react to the outside noise, not react to the fans, to the players. He gets very, very easily rattled. And this is my only criticism towards him. My criticism is not towards him on the pitch, because over the past 3 months, we've seen consistency. The beginning of the season, we didn't see that. We saw bad performances from Vinicius Junior. And let's be honest, we saw bad performance. We saw Vinicius Junior who didn't want the ball. We saw Vinicius Junior, when he gets the ball, he loses it very easily. He makes the run rather than passing the ball, which he should be doing. But the past 2 months, the IQ is there. The intelligence is there. The selection of passes is there. The knowing this run will lead to a progression of the ball. His final third anticipation, his movement inside the box to get the second goal against Valencia. His movement inside the box. We've seen a complete Vinicius Junior, and this is the version that we expected when we gave him the number 7 shirt. When we made him the franchise player for Real Madrid. I don't want people to think Jude Bellingham is the franchise player. It's not. Vinicius Junior is the franchise player. There's a reason why we gave the number 7 shirt. That's the reason why we did it. It's to show him the confidence, show him the belief. And the past 2 months, he's been the best player for us. And I hope he maintains it. Because our season, I was very, very skeptical heading into this year after December, because I was worried. I was like, it's only Jude that can make an impact, and that can impact games, that can win us games. But now it's not. Now I know we've got Vinny. And Vinny is now, I'm not worried about Vinny. The next couple of months, I'm not worried. Just like I said, the off the pitch, control yourself. Control yourself, broski. Control yourself. Control yourself. But guys, this is my top 5. Let me know what your top 5 is. Let me know if you want me to do this with any other team. And let me know what you think of my top 5. But, like I said, I'm back. More videos will be coming quite soon. Premier League videos. I want to do more Premier League videos. I know I've got a lot of audiences and subscribers who's of course mainly Prem fans, and I'm gonna be giving you guys Prem content as well. Yes, this channel is all about it's about my passion. It's about my love. It's about my. You guys see me in SDS with the Prem roundups and X, Y, and Z. But this channel is where I can be myself in terms of Real Madrid. It's about La Liga, talking about Real Madrid, talking about Barcelona, talking about different clubs where I watch. But I'm gonna give you guys a bit more Prem content on this channel in terms of Liverpool content, in terms of City content, Chelsea, United, whatever it is, and of course Serie A and League A. But I'm back. More consistency. I might do a watch along if you guys want the game against Leipzig this Wednesday, where we of course must win. But as always, like the video, please subscribe, please, and I'll see you next time. Peace.